Officers have been carrying out searches in the area and will continue to do so over the coming days. This includes looking to drain a pond in order to identify any potentially crucial evidence.
I really appreciate you joining me today, and this story comes from Harlow. It is about a murder mystery that has been ongoing since the 31st of December last year. This week, the police have finally made a serious development in the case. Police were called to 4th Avenue shortly before 2 p.m. on the 31st of December, following reports of an object in the water. Specialist forensic officers confirmed that these were human remains, and an investigation with Essex Police was underway, and they determined it was a murder. Detective Chief Inspector Anthony Alcock said, "These are the really early stages of the investigation and we're working to determine what has happened. I understand this is concerning to the local residents, and officers are in the local area with an increased patrol to reassure the local community. We ask the public to please respect the cordons that are in place, and we understand that this is a very popular area for dog walkers. Due to our inquiries and the circumstances surrounding the discovery of the remains, we believe that this is a suspicious death, and we have launched a murder investigation. The investigation is in the very early stages, and there is a large dedicated team working around the clock to solve this case. Specialist officers have been carrying out searches in the local area and will continue to do so over the coming days. The searches included draining the pond to identify any evidence. They are also working closely with the environmental agency to ensure there is no detrimental effect to the wildlife. This person is somebody's loved one, and we are trying to find out what happened to them." For several days, the police were working, gathering the evidence, and then they confirmed the identity of the victim several days later. He lived in Harlow for many years, and he was known as Scottish Phil. On the 4th of January, detectives investigating his murder arrested 2 people. A 52-year-old male was arrested on suspicion of murder, and a 23-year-old male was also arrested for conspiracy to commit murder. Detective Rob Kirby said, "Phil lived in Harlow for many years, and he was well known in the local area. I want to extend my condolences to his friends and family, and also reiterate my commitment to finding who was responsible."
Detective Superintendent Rob Kirby, Head of Major Crime at Essex Police. Today we can confirm the human remains found at Oakwood Pond here in Harlow belong to 59-year-old Philip Lewis. We have specially trained officers supporting the family. Last night we arrested 2 local men in connection with Philip's murder. A 52-year-old has been arrested on suspicion of murder, while a 23-year-old has been arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to commit murder.
And the latest developments in this story is that a man has been charged with the murder of Philip Lewis, whose remains were found in Oakwood Pond, Harlow. 2 men were arrested as part of the investigation. One of those men, Lee Clark, 55 years old, from Harlow, has been charged with his murder. He is due to appear at Colchester Magistrates Court tomorrow on the 9th of February. A second male, aged 23, was arrested for suspicion of murder, but has since been bailed pending inquiries. Detective Rob Kirby said, "Quite clearly, this is a significant stage of the investigation, and over the last 8 days, we have had a dedicated team and forensic officers trying to find out what happened to Philip. The police are still continuing to appeal to anybody that's seen Phil between the dates of the 1st of November and New Year's Eve. A number of people have come forward, and we are asking for anybody else that knew him to also try to get in touch with the police." So this story is really sad, and obviously it started off where there was little answers, and now we seem to understand a little bit more about it. So I want to send my condolences to the family of Philip, and we'll definitely keep updated on this story and the trial that will occur very soon. Please don't forget to send your news to news@scarcitystudios.com and follow on social media at Scarcity Studios, and I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.